Hey, what is up, guys? It's Hoop Genius, and today I'm going to be talking about referees in the NBA. In any sport, refereeing can be controversial, and there can be many bad calls made by a ref. But in the NBA, especially this season, there have been so many bad and controversial calls that a lot of star players this year, such as LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, just to name a few, have publicly stated their opinion and their frustration regarding the referees and their calls this year. I want to talk about this season especially because the frustration of the players, their issue has been more noticeable this year, and they've been more vocal. I would say, in my opinion, even that this is one of the worst years for referees and their calls. There have been some very, very bad missed calls, and it's just unacceptable. If that's your job, you should do your job, but and their job really can dictate the outcome of the entire season, which is why it's such an important thing to get right. It's a good thing that the NBA, during the All-Star weekend, some of the players and referees met up and came to a kind of consensus to solve the issue. But that's my question to you guys now. What kind of things do you think would benefit the fairness of officiating in the NBA without changing major rules? That's kind of a tough question, but that's what I'm challenging you guys in the comments. If you have a completely different idea of how to solve this issue of controversial officiating, go ahead, leave your discussions, debate. I would like to give some of my thoughts. So, one thing that that whole meeting of refs and players during the All-Star weekend was an explanation, a better understanding of the rules of the game, which is, I think, very important, so that everybody's kind of on the same page, so that if the refs think that the player did something wrong, like say a travel, right, then there would be no confusion. It'd just be like, oh yeah, okay, I just traveled, no complaining. But if a ref, this happens a lot this season, missing travel calls, and a lot of people, especially the general public, go outrageous about it because it seems so obvious. But I think the rules and regulations of the game should be made clearer now, especially if there have been any rule changes, should be made clearer now to the players and even the public, so that there's no misconception or confusion in games. I like to add, the right to review a play should be legal. Sometimes it's really a weird kind of thing for reviewing a play. Sometimes you're able to, I'm not completely sure, I'm not 100% sure on the rules of reviewing a play, but sometimes you're allowed and sometimes you're not. I think teams should be able to kind of like volleyball, where you can challenge a call and then they'll review it, and then they can overturn that call so that the right call would be made. I don't think it's fair for players and teams to have to live with a mistake that the ref made, especially down the long run in the season. It's close to the playoffs. Teams are trying to clinch playoff spots. It's not fair for teams to lose out on a playoff spot because a ref made a mistake in the final minutes of a crucial game. But yeah, those are my thoughts. It's good that the NBA is trying to take steps to to resolve this issue. There's still things to improve upon, but I think the NBA is headed in the right direction in terms of officiating and its fairness. That's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Give your opinions in the comments. Tell me what you think about the NBA and its officiating and how it can be improved, how it's bad. Give feedback. Start a debate in the comments. And again, guys, thanks for watching.